Hey guys, Josh's Boosters here and welcome back to another Digimon gameplay video. Today we have quite a fun one, because we do have on the left Imperialdramon Blue, which actually I did a deck profile on not too long ago, which I will be linking somewhere in the video. And then on the right we have myself piloting the Craniamon deck. I also did a deck profile on last week, I think, which I will also be linking, so pretty good stuff. Craniamon, kind of an anti-meta deck, and then Imperialdramon Blue, very meta deck. But I do have to admit, this is definitely one of the better matchups for Craniamon, alongside with Rookie Rush and the yellow-red security deck. Craniamon has pretty good matchups against all those three decks. And not as good matchups against stuff like Charismon and Shine Greymon, of course. So we will be seeing if Craniamon can actually put up a good fight against this Imperialdramon Blue deck, because I definitely think the Imperialdramon deck is, inherently just a lot stronger. It just had access to a better card pool, where Black doesn't really have that. But it does have a good matchup, just because all the blockers, and the Blue deck doesn't really control the board that well. It just tries to rush, which is kind of hard against this blocker-heavy Black deck. But yeah, let's just start commentating the game right. So we have seen Blue bring out two rookies, attack and go into XVmon, and Black went into a Gotsumon and then hardplayed the Numemon for 3, and is now evolved into a Greymon to, put Blue on one memory again, which is quite nice, of course. There's no blocker on the field right now, so this really seems like a nice opportunity for the Blue to start pushing, but he doesn't really have access to any good cards to do that yet. Gonna go into Dino Beamon here, which is quite a good card against all the blockers that Black has, since it does have piercing actually. And then we see Toy Agumon come down on the Black side, and we see Greymon evolve into an Endramon here, which is nice because that means the Dino Beamon can attack, but it will be losing out to Endramon if he does. So he's not gonna do that. He's just gonna go into Imperialdramon here and call it a day. Toy Agumon moving to the battle area. And now we see the big boy come down, Craniamon. Sadly, his stack is not that good, but probably I play this just because that means that if my opponent wants to swing with the Imperialdramon, he's just gonna lose it out to the Craniamon. And it does look like he's gonna see if I actually, have big enough balls to do that. But I do. I definitely do. So, bye Imperialdramon, bye Craniamon. It was nice. But now we're just back to some rookies and I guess one level 4 on the field, right? I do think my opponent plays this right, where he just starts attacking with the rookies now, because I think the longer the game will last, the better it will be for the Black deck. And then he also sets up a Imperialdramon here for the next turn, which is nice. Let's see how Black is gonna counter that. First gonna hatch a Tsumemon. Then hatching a Chumon. So Chumon is actually good in this matchup because it shuts down, Hammer Sparks and any other memory gaining effects except for Tamers. We see Metal Greymon come down, which is arguably the best Digimon in Black, in my opinion, and it puts in the work here because it can swing at the, what's it called, the Elecmon here, and it has reboot, so it will be safe from Imperialdramon next turn, and then also going to a Guardramon, which again forces Blue to first go into Imperialdramon Dragon Mode Blue if he does have access to it, since if he does not, he just swings with the Imperialdramon. That means that he will be losing it out to the Guardramon. So this is one of the few instances where the additional 1000 Guardramon has over the other blockers in the game actually comes up, which is quite funny. We see Chumon move out, so from this point on, no more Hammer Sparks, and then a tie is played. So pretty lackluster turn, to be honest. But it does make Guardramon actually bigger than Imperialdramon, which is nice. Which is nice for sure. However, Blue is starting at 3, of course, because of Davis, so he can, if he wants to, just go into the Imperialdramon and then swing twice, which is quite strong, with just 3 security left on Black side, I think. So it really feels like Black should start doing something relatively soon, or the game will definitely go into Blue's favor. So yeah, swinging here, being unsuspended by Imperialdramon. And then actually swing into a Joe, so that means that Black will be starting the turn with 4 memory from this point on, as long as there's a blocker, which there is at this point, which is quite good. Then we see Omnimon come down, which is gonna lead the Metal Greymon, and then go to 5, I think. Oh no, right, yeah, go to 7 actually because of Joe. So go to 6 because of Omnimon, and then the +1 for Joe because of Guardamon. So quite a lot of memory to work with here, but that's also really necessary if Black wants to hope to win this game. Going to the Metal Greymon here, which is built with, I think, Greymon and Toy Agumon, so that's quite nice. And then into a Craniamon, so very, very powerful stack right now. The Craniamon does have Reboot and Security Attack +1, I think. And jamming as well, so very, very strong Craniamon. Hitting a Hammer Spark here, but then... Chumon, which I actually forgot, which is not very smart of me. And then just hard playing a Gotsumon to stay in the game, basically. Because I really don't want to lose out the Craniamon to the Omnimon swings. I do only have 1 security left, so I really need another blocker. Or sacrifice Craniamon, which I really didn't want to. So yeah, he's gonna go Omnimon, put back the Imperialdramon, hit into the War Greymon that is black. And then, yeah. I'm basically forced to block his attacks now, right? Since if I don't, I just die. So R.I.P. Craniamon. We had a blast while it lasted, but yeah, gotta block that attack. And then he's actually gonna play a Puppetmon to suspend my Chumon and make sure my Gotsumon remains suspended. But it does give me a lot of memory. A lot of memory. 9. And moving up the Chumon, so let's see what Black will be able to do with all that memory. First go into a Numemon. And then, oh, right, now I remember. A super cool play is actually gonna happen here. So yeah, Agurumon is played. I really need 2 blockers now. But actually, I do play a Breath of the Gods here, which makes the Gotsumon gain Reboot. So even though it couldn't be unsuspended because of the... because of the Puppetmon, it will get unsuspended now, and then I'm just gonna hard play Craniamon here. Which is so crazy. Really, really crazy play. But I suppose I didn't have a level 5, and I really needed a blocker to not lose the game right away, so that's quite funny. Of course I'm gonna lose... Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna... Actually, that's quite good for me, because... Now I can just block the Omnimon with the Gotsumon, and if he swings with the Puppetmon, I can just safely block it with the Craniamon, since Craniamon is 13k right now. And now he's just gonna, I think, play like a bunch of rookies, I assume. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Let's just see, I guess, because I think actually next turn will be game for the black deck. I'm honestly not sure if there's any cards that help to win the game here, because I know there's no blockers in the list. So, yeah, hard play Craniamon and Breath of the Gods, apparently a very, very impactful play. Really looked like Black was gonna lose this one. But, yeah, super funny in my opinion. That was just, very interesting comeback, very interesting. So, yeah, gonna hitch a Capurumon here. Evolved into Toy Agumon, but I think there's only 3 security left, right? So this should just be game. So yeah, gonna swing with the Hagurumon, which is gonna lose out to the Frigimon, which is fine. Numemon also just gonna die, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just 100% game. There's no Positron Laser in the deck. This is funny, hitting into the Hammer Spark. Yeah, so blue showing the Hammer Sparks here. But yeah, Chumon, too powerful, guys. Chumon, hard play Craniamon, Breath of the Gods. Pretty good game, I want to say, pretty funny. So yeah, Black somehow takes the first game. That was pretty back and forth, very interesting. Definitely looked like Blue was winning that one, but crazy plays actually somehow got Black to win it. So let's see if Black can actually pull off this sweet 2-0 victory. Blue's gonna start out hatching a Demi Vmon and evolving it into Gomamon, the structure deck one. And then let's see what he's going to do. He is going to evolve it into a Frigimon, which is gemming. And then that is the end of the turn. Black hatching Capurimon here. Going to evolve it into a Gotsumon. So first blocker of the game. Let's see what the follow-up will be. Just gonna play a Joe here for 2. And then actually hard play Commandramon. So I probably drew the Commandramon off the top of the deck. Or I would have definitely done this the other way around. Because this way I won't be getting the +1 from the Joe. And if I did the other way around, I definitely would have. Shoutout to my boy Commandramon, by the way. He's just my favorite. Blue, gonna swing a Frigimon here. Draw a card from Demi-Vmon. Then gonna Davis into... jokingly grabbing the Omnimon there. And to a Gorillamon. Yeah, red is gonna... Or black's gonna draw a card. Move up the Godsumon to the battle area. And then evolve Commandramon into a Guardramon, which is definitely a good play in my opinion. We'll also be starting the game with +1 memory from this point on, since we do have 3 blockers on the field right now. Which is nice, so we're always starting at least 2. Blue is gonna hedge Demi-Vmon and evolve into the most powerful card in 1.5, Vmon. And then going to play a Gabumon here for 3, go to 0, draw a card. Ending the turn by evolving to Gorillamon, I guess. Yeah, there we go, Gorillamon. And then Joe puts black to 2, because we do have 3 blockers on the field. Gonna hatch Kapuramon here and evolve into Toy Agumon, so potentially going to build up a good stack here. Because we don't really have something like that yet. We really do get to see some good stuff coming down, because Toy Agumon Greymon is the start of the best stack that black can make. And then Metal Greymon is also the best follow-up to those 2 cards, so looking pretty good right now. Also, not close to losing the game yet, because there's just a lot of blockers. Again, playing the Gabumon, drawing a card. And going into another Frigimon, so opting to not try the black deck to see what I will block and just try to go as wide as possible. The Metal Greymon is gonna come out now, which can just safely swing since it does have reboot, and then actually playing around Hammer Spark here by hard playing Chumon first. But yeah, jamming and reboot, so pretty nice, and then playing another Godsumon. So really have to hope there's no Omnimon in the hand of blue right now. And then the Metal Greymon should reboot, but I think that's gonna happen in a sec. Yeah, he should double reboot, since he has reboot from his own effect and from Toy Agumon as well. So yeah, but it's just chilling right now. Well, oh, there we go. So yeah, Gorillamon coming down in the raising area stack, and then ending the turn, I think, yeah, by going to Dino-Vmon. So putting black to 1, and then Joe puts black to 2. So both the fields are starting to look pretty big right now, which tends to happen when black is playing, because you know you just need some way to play around all the blockers. While Metal Greymon is just casually swinging and poking at the stack of blue. Bunch of blockers, Chumon, so looking quite good for black, I want to say. It also doesn't look like blue has the proper tools to go up into Imperialdramon. And then we see the big boy come down, Craniamon, which also has reboot because of the Toy Agumon inheritable. So, yeah, it definitely looks like black is going to be winning this game, but because I really don't see blue getting out of this field with just 3 memories, since there's no Hammer Sparks that can be played. But yeah, we'll see. Godsumon gonna block the attack from the Vmon here. So I think blue really has to start entering the field, and that's exactly what he's gonna do at this point. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's a proper way to do that. Actually, not gonna block with the Guardramon here, which is interesting, I think. Instead opting to block. Maybe it's to play around Puppetmon, I don't really remember, because I played this game like quite a bit ago. Instead opting to block the Frigimon attack on the security here. I definitely think I should have blocked the attack on the Godsumon, to be honest. And then Frigimon is gonna swing into Andromon, but of course it has jamming, so it doesn't really matter. Then we'll see Imperialdramon come down to unsuspend Frigimon, so that makes sense. But yeah, it just won't be game right, and I think black does have game on board on the next turn, especially since Craniamon does have security attack +1. He's actually gonna swing into Guardramon here, which seems correct, I think. But I mean, there's still 5 Digimon on black's field, right? So yeah, I think this is the game for black actually. So pretty sweet 2-0 victory we see here from the black deck. Didn't expect it, also didn't remember it really well, to be honest, how the games played out, but except for the Breath of the God play, because that was really cool. But yeah, that is the game, guys. Apparently black not the worst deck in the world. Yeah, if you did make it to the end of the video, please be sure to leave a like. If you do enjoy more of this type of content, be sure to subscribe as well, because I do a lot of replays. And then, yeah, Chumon for game, guys. GG. Nice hammer sparks, bro. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.